401k millionaire. First of all, is it a real thing?
What do you mean by that? Tell me what you mean.
Do people actually get to $1 million in
Absolutely,
their 401k?
of course.
How quickly does that happen?
It depends when you start, depends how much you put in. You know, the funny thing is if you talk to a retiree and you say, what's your biggest regret? That retiree is absolutely going to say, oh, I wish I started to save earlier. That is consistently the answer I get. And it's the same answer in every big survey. So what we know is the earlier you start, the power of compounding is dramatic. And by the way, the other piece of this is how long do you work? There's a new study out right now which says if you work, delay your retirement, say instead of retiring at 62 to age 66, your standard of living will improve by a third.
Yeah, but you have to work 4 years more.
That is the truth. That is the truth.
So, okay, give us the easy, are there easy steps to get to that $1 million?
Absolutely. If you're in your 20s and you're starting out and you say, oh my God, I've got student loans, I can't put money into retirement, I would say just enroll to whatever your match is. And if you don't have a match, put 5 or 6%. I promise you, you won't miss it because you've never worked before. So you don't even know what it's like to make money.
How much more over the match do you need to go in order to be able to get that kind of money?
So once you're done with your loans, you go up to 10%, you go to 15%, and ideally you keep going until you hit the max. And for some plans, that's 20%, and others it will be you're limited by the federal limit this year, $18,500. You do that consistently. I promise you, you put 15% away every single year, forever, until you retire. You may not have $1 million, but you're going to have a lot of money in there.
Wow.
And that's
and you promised. So
well, I promise you'll have a lot of money. I didn't say $1 million.
And is there anything on top of that that people should do in order to try to maybe catch up if they didn't start that early?
Absolutely. If you're over the age of 50, the government actually allows you a catch-up contribution. So 18.5 is your limit for this year, 24.5 if you're over the age of 50. This coincides pretty nicely. A lot of people, their kids are graduated, maybe they're done with tuition checks, and it allows you some time to catch up. If you're using an IRA, $5,500, but it's $6,500 if you're over the age of 50. For those people who want to, they just have tons of cash flow. Not a lot, I get it.
Oh, that's nice.
But if you have it, the cool thing is that you may be able to save outside of a retirement account as well. And again, the big problem is that we always focus on what's my investment inside of the 401k. That's not the important part.
Even when you see some swings in the market?
That's not what's going to do you in, and it's not going to be the place where you make a difference. There is nothing I can tell you on an investment scenario that will compensate you for saving. And so even if you think, oh, I started late, I'm going to take tons of risk, don't do that. You still have to have a reasonable amount of risk, but not too much. And if you could simply be diligent about starting early, saving your money, escalating the amount you put in every year, so every time you get a little bit of a raise, you nudge it up, then you will be on your way.
Now, there was a study that was just done that says only 14% of employers actually offer 401k plans. And in that, less than half the people participate in those 401k plans. So this really has to take a personal action in order to make this happen. I mean, really, no one's doing it for you.
So this is a great sadness of mine. There was actually a plan that was put in place under the Obama administration that made it a lot easier for people to start small. It was called the MyRA. However, under the Trump administration, they just got rid of it. And so what that does mean is the onus is on you. But also, listen, a lot of employers, they are actually getting better about this because that's the help of the economy. If you don't have a retirement account, go talk to your employer, see if there's something you can do. And if it's a small employer and they're not going to put a plan in, open up an IRA. You can go to any major investment house. You can go to Vanguard. You can go to TD Ameritrade. You can go to Schwab. You open it up. You make it really cheap. It's very easy to do, low friction. They'll take the money right out of your checking account, but do something.
And it seems like if you make it automatic, it's a lot easier than having to write out a check.
No matter what, if you can automate your savings, you are going to be better off.
All right. Jill Schlesinger, great to talk to you. Thank you.
Yeah, great to be with you.